In 2018, during his meet with President Xi, Putin tried his hand at making Baozi. With a little help from the chefs, the Russian leader managed to shape the Baozi. Imagine this, China sells 639 billion yuan worth of Baozi a year, with each one priced at only 2 yuan on average. This humble yet widely loved food bears witness to how China feeds its 1.4 billion people. In 1949, Dean Acheson, then U.S. Secretary of State, said that the communist government would be unable to feed its 546 million population, just like its predecessors. His assertions did not come from nowhere. After years of war and turmoil, when the People's Republic was founded in 1949, it was struggling with only 100 billion kilograms of grain per year, which translates to 0.5 kilograms for each Chinese person per day. In fact, China's food challenges are deeply rooted in its geography. The country is huge. How huge? China spans 62 degrees in longitude, crossing 5 time zones from west to east. The latitude covers about 50 degrees, spanning roughly 5,500 kilometers from north to south. It's squeezed in between the world's largest continent, Eurasia, and the biggest ocean, Pacific. The temperature gap between land and sea makes the rainfall in the country so much more unpredictable and uneven. This poses a great challenge to the production of grains, including wheat, the key ingredient of Baozi. Henan province in central China is the country's top wheat producer. 1 in 4 Chinese Baozi is made with Henan wheat. Last May, Henan was soaked during wheat harvest season. Many areas were hit with over 100 millimeters of rainfall in days. Some cities got 6 months worth of rain in only 1 week. However, also in Henan just a year ago, the province simmered in 37 degrees Celsius for 64 rainless days, the biggest drought since 1961. Long before 1949, Mao Zedong said that water projects are the lifeline of agriculture. Building reservoirs was his answer. Mao took an active part, joined by nationwide workers. From 1950 to 1976, Chinese people built over 85,000 reservoirs, covering a total area the size of Ireland. The construction never stopped. Today, China's irrigated land has grown from an initial 16 million hectares in 1949 to over 69 million hectares, larger than the size of France. China is the world's leading nation in irrigation. During Henan's severe drought in 2022, 660 million cubic meters of water was released from reservoirs into the fields. That's enough to fill over 260,000 Olympic-sized swimming pools. Henan's wheat yield rose by 0.3% that year, reaching 38 billion kilograms, enough to make over 1,500 billion Baozi. That's the story behind Baozi. 75 years after Acheson's words, the 1.4 billion Chinese people are not only able to feed themselves, but also lending out a helping hand to others. Baozi isn't just President Xi's favorite or Mr. Putin's newly acquired skill. It's always a common sight on Chinese people's menus. If you're planning a trip to China, remember to take a bite of this symbol of the Chinese harvest.